Hello, welcome to Spoon Daisy TV, Philosophy Breakdown number 14. And we are talking about the very serious issues of teenage suicide, and even more disturbing is teenage homicide with the school shootings that we're seeing in America. And no one seems to have any answer to why this is or any solution to the problem. But these young men are not being treated as men. And they like at a certain point in your life, in your 30s, you can see 5 years ahead. But when you're 15, 5 years is forever. And if you feel like you're just a non-entity, like you're just nothing, you don't see a future for yourself, and you're being treated like a child. In so many other cultures, at the age of 15, you are initiated into manhood, and America seems to keep that to, almost the age of 21 with their drinking laws, and I'm not sure about voting, and just, I'm not sure when you're allowed to start driving a car, but it seems an unhealthy situation where your only option is to just live at home with your parents and be and go through this charade of being treated like a child when you're not. That's the actual working age when traditionally men have entered the workforce, and the military, all sorts of things, and that's still the case all over the world. And yet we're expected to just play computer games and ride a skateboard and have our parents drive us to the ball game or wherever we need to get to go. So and then even beyond that, even once you hit 21, it seems to be just student loans and just this sick, sad little world of your life is just owned by the corporate structure. So it's kind of like, the older generations seem to have this vampiric hold on the younger generations, and that's extremely unhealthy. And I'm not sure how you fix that. You can only do it state by state. You can't really do it at a federal level, because that is, well, hopefully, if things change at a federal level, then that could be a good new thing for the Trump administration to do. But really, we just need to empower young people. And honestly, if any of these young people were, just getting laid, if they would just had a sex life, I'm 99.9% sure that they wouldn't go and shoot their friends and teachers at school. So, let's continue. I just had to make some space on my phone. That's how professional Spoon Daisy TV is. Just record it on my phone. And anyway, so that's a definite problem is, I don't know what you call it. We don't need any more special terms. Making life good for young people and freeing up the world so they have a bright future. That is what I would call it. So there's no need to simplify that. I'll abbreviate it. So and young people out there, like, yeah, so if you're in that situation, then you're going to have to empower yourself. You know, it's good to work within the system, but this is not going to change super quick. But geez, just get out there. Just you know, I highly recommend just getting out in the forest and take some survival equipment, climb some mountains, kayak some rivers, just camp and hike, and you know, chop some firewood, cut down some trees, build a cabin. Just do whatever you want, really. And yeah, you know, oh, that's what I was thinking too. Like, yeah, it's, you know, religion's definitely not the answer, but religion is a very big thing in a lot of people's lives. And you know, I see Buddhism as probably the best answer to the problem, to, you know, like, and I think you could approach it from a Christian perspective without, you know, it's so in line. If you look at the actual teachings of Christ and what the Buddha said, there's not really any contradictions there. So, you know, it's about alleviating suffering. And there's that whole thing of like trying to extinguish desire, because desire leads to suffering. And you can't really, it's not about discipline, it's about letting go. It's about desiring other things, just, and being, you know, if you can't have what you want, it's good to want what you have. So, you know, gratitude, just daily gratitude for everything that you've got, and you don't have to look far to see someone else that's suffering more, and to feel lucky for what you've got. And so many ways just to make each other feel good. And breathing. So, you know, when things are just too much, just close your eyes and just, hopefully you can have some peaceful sound of the wind in the trees, and just listen to the birds, and just your breath, you know, it's a really good thing to do. And yoga, like, yeah, it hurts. So that pain takes your mind away from everything else. So don't hurt yourself. It just hurts. It's just so gently experience the pain of stretching in all those different ways. And gee, it's, yeah, I find that's really beneficial. And we all have to take part in government, you know, like, it's a broken system, and it's not going to get any less broken without everyone just giving it a little bit of attention. Like, don't go in there, you know, swinging and screaming and kicking. It's so powerful just to pay attention, and it's not about every person in the room voicing their opinion, because most of us are just, all we really know about a situation is what somebody else told us. So it's so important to let the people who really know the situation speak and hear what they have to say, and decide for yourself whether you agree or disagree, and whether you will support it, or if you feel like you need to place your support somewhere else. Yeah, and everything that I kind of say is from a male perspective, and I was pondering that question of whether, you know, I do have anything to say, any advice to give to the young women out there who are just as important. And I didn't think I did, just from my own perspective. I was like, well, no, I don't. Maybe I just don't have any advice for women, but I think I do, because feminism has been so important, but it's so important that, you know, maybe it was, you know, that was a tool to get where we're at, So once you've achieved equality, you have to exercise and practice equality, and the feminist acts can maybe be, one day be buried. We're still not on an even playing field by any means, and that goes for men as well. Men are being exploited by and repressed by other men, economically and socially, and so yeah, we're all slowly fighting this battle to achieve a world where we can just live and exist and have a good time. Like, why not? So yeah, there's some challenges ahead, but that's something that I ponder, is like, anyway, so I think that's about it. I'm gonna post this up, and young men, let's join the fire brigade, do the Army Reserve, like just get out there and be a man. Take it, and and let's change shit up, because we are living in a 19th century system, and it's not getting much better. So let's do it. Okay, cool. Peace out. Bye-bye.